Okay, let's go to this, guys. The alien agenda. This one should mark off aliens, for sure. In fact, I'm just gonna take the moment to, get that one done.
There's nothing funny about the two.
MMO addicted. I mean, I got off a 3D glasses pun, so it's a win. Okay. Aliens. Marked off. Unironically, this would be a based channel if they focused on just relationship stuff and not the aliens, yeah.
Universe so big, huge, I would say, as the one where we live, with 100 billion of galaxies, with each galaxy with 100 billion of stars. Probably with many of these stars having planets, it could be possible that life could evolve as the way we know on Earth.
What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about the alien agenda. I've been hearing a lot of different rumors about what the lights in the sky are and different possibilities. And the one that annoyed me the most was that it's Starlink and has to do with Elon Musk. And I do believe people could tell a difference between an object in outer space or within the atmosphere.
No, they can't. People are stupid. No, they can't. Oh my god, you moron. People have seen, like, the International Space Station overhead and they think it's an alien spaceship. People see weird things in the sky that they don't know what it is and they go, oh my god, is it an alien spaceship? Why would you assume people are rational? They're not. Daddy Sume, holy crap, a priest admitted to basic statistics. The Catholic Church has been pretty open about the fact that, like, they, at least in the higher up, they recognize the possibility that there could be other, you know, beings in existence. Like, the Vatican itself does have, like, a science division. They have, like, an observatory and stuff, so, like, I don't think it would take them by surprise if an alien species existed and made themselves known. Although I don't think... Here's my thoughts on aliens, okay? I fully believe, just statistically speaking, there has to be other life in the universe. For sure there's other life, and there's even probably other things that we would consider intelligent life. I think the chances of us ever meeting that other life is minuscule to none. The distances and the time frames involved are just too big. Like, even if there were, like, a dozen other intelligent species in the galaxy, how are we going to get to each other or communicate with each other with the distances? And not only just distance in terms of, like, distance, but, like, imagine if there was an intelligent civilization that existed, I don't know, around the time of the dinosaurs. You know what I mean? The universe is, like, 14 billion years old. So, if there are other intelligent species in the universe, or even just in our own galaxy, there's no guarantee we're gonna sync up as to when our civilizations exist, you know? So, I guarantee that Earth is not the only place in the universe with life, but it's the only one we're ever gonna know, unfortunately. MMO addicted with 10 bits. This reminds me, there's a priest in Poland who runs a DNA blog and is generally a decent person, like even, I lost it, hold on. Like, even accepting LGBTQ folk with open arms. I think he's called it Rosaries and Dragons. Well, that's good. Anyway, Starlink. Starlink, if you don't know, is, oh god, I don't know if it's I think it's done under SpaceX, one of Elon Musk's companies. And the idea is to put a bunch of satellites into orbit that'll create sort of a net of internet. And it looks like this. This is what Starlink looks like. It's a series of satellites. A bunch of astronomers are really pissed off because this really screws up, you know, our ability to see actual stars, as you might imagine. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So imagine you're some moron out in the middle of nowhere, and you all of a sudden see this in the night sky. Are you gonna think? Let's assume you've never heard of Starlink, because most people haven't. Are you gonna go, oh, that's probably a series of lined up satellites for a internet telecommunications project? Or are you, country bumpkin idiot, going to go, oh my god, it's aliens? It's probably the latter. People are very stupid. Woohoo Lulu with 30 bits. Have you heard of the I Am movement? They had a church near my parents' house in Mount Shasta, and they're insane. They worship Mount Shasta and believe aliens on Mount Shasta use Mount Shasta rather as a landing onto Earth and live in the core of the Earth below the mountain. What?
Just from simple observation. Cloud movement, objects in the background, height off the ground.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
MMO Addicted with 10 bits. Fun, not fun story. My grandpa, very conservative, misattributes me not having a girlfriend as me being very chaste and devout and wants me to take vows and work for the Vatican Bank. Even got me some introductions.
There's many ways to tell. That's just the most ridiculous explanation I've ever heard. I thought it was incredibly stupid for someone just to assume that all the objects that we're seeing are satellites.
They probably are. They're satellites or an aircraft or something else. You can't say looking for a reasonable explanation based on things we know exist is silly or stupid when your explanation is, it's alien spaceships! You haven't established aliens exist. Again, statistically, I think they do, but you would need to establish that not only they exist, but that they are visiting Earth with the capability to do so, and you are seeing that in the sky. That's the stupid thing to think, because you have absolutely no evidence that that's the case.
Now that's a disinformation campaign. You guys call me a disinformation
There's
campaign.
nothing
That's
funny about the tools
disinformation.
of capitalism.
Danny Sume with 10 bits. There's absolutely alien intervention in the world today. We're constantly bathed in heat from space radiation and giant elder cod's eyeball. Sure, whatever you say.
There's clearly an agenda. They are here for a reason. We've had too many sightings. They've increased so dramatically that it's
Probably because there are more satellites in orbit today than there ever have been in human history. Like, do we need to look up how many satellites are orbiting the Earth? There are, according to a union of concerned scientists, which maintains a database of active satellites in orbit, as of April 1st, 2020, there are a total of 2,666 satellites. Oh god, don't tell Nathan Thompson. He's gonna see this 666 and he's gonna freak out. 2,666 satellites in space, of which 19,018 were in low Earth orbit. So there's thousands. There's thousands of satellites. You see them all the time, depending on where you live, obviously.
Tools of capitalism.
Daddy Sume with 10 bits. It's actually a huge problem because there's so much junk in orbit, it's hard to keep stuff from ramming into other shit. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard it's an issue, and they're trying to figure out ways to deal with space debris and other stuff. Like I saw a design, and it was nowhere near to being like actually made or anything, but it was some like design for some kind of satellite that goes around and picks up, you know, junk that's not being used in space, like dead satellites or I don't know, stuff that got ejected from like the International Space Station, stuff like that.
ridiculous. You can see them every single night here in Ohio. I can just look up at night and find stuff. There's a town here where they show up every single night. All I gotta do is drive out there and I can watch them every night if I want. I can watch lights come overhead.
Right. Because they're probably satellites that are orbiting the Earth at roughly the same rate. So you're probably seeing them every night because it's the same satellites that you're seeing.
So something's obviously going on. Project Camelot. I found one that they had done on the alien agenda. It's incredibly long though, an hour and 6 minutes. If you want to watch it, you can look them up on YouTube or just Google their name, Project Camelot.
Project Camelot. I like when they show me some other conspiracy people. Project Camelot. Project Camelot.
Tools of capitalism.
MMO Addicted with 10 bits. A new 10k bit badge. Onward to 25k. I still have no clue how much it is in real money. Just don't think about it. Just spend more on bits for me. Oh god, they have so many subscribers. Ugh. Epigenetics and DNA. Oh god, these are going to be so hard to sift through to find something good, but fine, I'll put them in the conspiracy list and we can take a look sometime.
They gave a quick rundown of
Oh, I missed Catalina Gearbox. I apologize. Catalina Gearbox with $5. Funny enough, I just got done playing a spaceship salvaging game called Hard Space Shipbreaker. Yeah, I don't know if that's the one, but I heard there was one on Steam that was pretty good. That was like that.
different agendas. An extraterrestrial intervention is occurring in the world. People are being taken against their will. Human freedom and sovereignty are under threat.
By aliens? How? Explain.
Intervening alien forces seek to subjugate the human family. They plan to occupy our world.
I just gotta ask, and you know, I guess this is probably an ignorant statement, because I guess you could say the same thing in the past, like, oh, why did the Europeans feel the need to, you know, mistreat and enslave some natives when they came to the New World and then bring over slaves to work for them if they were so technologically advanced? Nonetheless, I'm going to say this, and maybe this is an ignorant statement, but it seems to me, if you are technologically advanced enough to travel the galaxy unabated and you can just go to other star systems easily, you probably have the energy resources and the technological prowess that you don't need to employ slave labor. You know what I mean? Like, if you can travel from star system to star system, don't you have like a robot or something? Like, we're not even close to traveling between star systems, and even we kind of have robots. They kind of suck, and they're like industrial robots, but they exist. You know what I mean? Like, I'd think an alien civilization that is able to travel the galaxy or the universe, I think they'd be able to get by without subjugating the species they come across. What would the purpose be?
With that, through hidden infiltration, deception, and lies. They're advanced enough to reach us. We're no threat to them. That one I don't like. I don't agree with it. Alien forces are poisoning the well of spirituality. No true ally of humanity would intervene in our world.
What evidence do you have that aliens have intervened in our world? Please, illuminate me.
Unless it's for our own good in their opinion. This is a great darkness in the world, something that most people are too afraid to think about, which I do agree. I think most people are ignoring it. It's everywhere. The evidence is obvious. The military has come out with their own.
You can't just say the evidence is obvious and move on like I know what you're talking about. What evidence? What evidence is obvious? It's not, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Some videos and have admitted to it, and yet it's simply ignored by almost everybody. It makes no sense. Humanity must awaken to the dangers of alien contact. Yes, they should. This new spiritual message for humanity will prepare us for the reality of life in the universe. I don't know about life in the universe, but we may not make it that far. There's a good chance that
There's nothing
whatever's
funny
going
about
on
the
could
tools
be
of
the end of us.
capitalism.
Dr. Gamble with 10 bits. Cheer. Why would they technologically advanced aliens care about our spirituality? Maybe it's a case like in Star Trek TNG. It's a Who Watches the Watchers situation where Starfleet accidentally starts a religion on this planet in which is in sort of its like Bronze Age or something like that, and they're like, oh no, we made them believe in superstitious nonsense, we need to stop this. Is this expert gives opinion outside of field of expertise? No, guys, it has to be an expert for that to, like, it's in the name. This guy isn't an expert on anything. This would be like, what's an example? Okay, let's say an engineer who works, an electrical engineer, who is an expert in some field, comes on and says, like, I know the Earth is flat, I'm an electrical engineer. Like, that would be someone outside of their field of expertise. It's like they're trying to use their title in one field to bolster the appearance of having some authority in some unrelated field. It's not just rando says they're an expert. That's a different thing.
Why are they here? I've heard many rumors. One of them is that they simply harvest humans for food. That one was kind of disgusting. I've also heard stories before about campers and hunters out in the woods coming across different clearings where there was military bases that we had previously not known about, and then seeing aliens.
First of all, I'm doubting the story you're telling is true. But even if it is, that would just mean that there are military bases we don't know about, which I'm sure exist. I'm sure there are secret bases, places in the country that no one knows about, in the middle of nowhere, like in the Appalachian Mountains somewhere, that no one knows about except for people who are stationed there, and that has nothing to do on the reality or fiction of aliens existing and visiting Earth. The United States government would have secret military bases, whether they are aliens or not. It has zero bearing on whether or not stories of aliens are true. What do you think this is proving by saying, like, there are secret bases we don't know about? Yeah, they're the military.
And human soldiers together, and the aliens were chopping human meat up on tables, preparing it for something, I guess their dinner, which is not something I want to see firsthand. The other one that I've heard that makes a lot of sense is this is a rescue mission. They're removing their people. A lot of disappearances and people vanishing, and a lot of it could be their people, aliens living here on Earth, that are simply just being taken home. They're getting them out of here before whatever it is that's about to happen happens.
Are you ascribing every single missing persons case in the country to them secretly being aliens? Because even for a conspiracy theorist, that's pretty out there.
Apparently there's going to be a global disaster, and the reason that they're here is to get their people out of harm's way, and they're going to leave us on our own. Maybe it's World War. Civil war in the United States would spread to the rest of the world, so the entire world would experience civil war.
I don't know about that one. I don't. Geopolitics would certainly be shaken up if the United States somehow descended into a civil war, although I don't think that would end very well for anyone. I really don't think that would be a good thing, and I think it would, let's just say it would be short. Because one side has the military, and another side does not. It would be very unfortunate. Let's not do a civil war, guys. But that doesn't mean the rest of the world would be drug into some sort of civil war. How would that work? That doesn't make any sense.
Country against country, countries collapsing, new leaders rising up, it would be total chaos. Nukes would even be fired at each other. North Korea may nuke South Korea just to end it if America falls apart. We're the police of the world. We're the ones holding this all together without it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, we're not. No, we're not. I hate that viewpoint. Dr. Gamble with 10 bits, Independence Day 3, Civil War.
They're screwed.
Like, do you even know that the United States is not the only ally nation to have nukes, you idiot? Like, England and France, a bunch of other countries also have nuclear weapons. Like, if North Korea effed with South Korea in that way, there would still be retaliation.
It's going to end badly for most of them.
Even if it wasn't nuclear, it would be very, very bad for them. Furiaferna has some sort of link. Okay.
Of them, including us. Or World War, and it looks like that's about to happen.
The boxes that we have checked are word salad, aliens, and Hannah mentions cheese, Hot Pockets. Cheese or Hot Pockets.
Happen because everyone has aligned against China. Iran's on their side. Ooh, who cares? North Korea, Pakistan. None of them are a threat to us. And China doesn't have the military means and the transportation capabilities to do anything. They can't even invade Taiwan. Let's
Let's be clear. China, if they wanted to, could absolutely steamroll Taiwan. They don't do so because the international outcry, sanctions, and potentially, like, actual action, though I doubt that, in where we are in geopolitics, a lot of the time, it's harmful for people to take military action against military powers that are close to themselves, right? Like, the United States obviously has the biggest and, like, most well-funded military on the planet. But China's, like, no slouch, okay? China has a modern military force, and they're not, like, as up to date as the United States, because I'm pretty sure in terms of, like, weapon development and tech for soldiering, we're, like, number one, which I think is stupid. But either way, we are, right? If you got into a war with China, it would end just so badly for everyone. It would be nothing but destructiveness for everyone. So China, could they take over Taiwan? Probably. I don't think it would be very difficult for them on the whole. It's just, it would be, the retribution from the rest of the world would be pretty bad for them. And they already have an image problem on the global stage anyway, so I don't know.
They to us. There's definitely
Center space is free, yes.
something big coming. I don't know what it is, but most people agree that they are evacuating themselves off this planet. And that's what...
Did you say most people? What?
That they are evacuating... I don't know what it does. There's definitely something big coming. I don't know what it is, but most people agree that
most people agree that they are evacuating themselves off this planet. No, most people do not agree that missing persons cases are secretly aliens returning to their home world. What?
And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing them evacuate. We're seeing them collect their own people, whatever it is they want here or need, and they're getting out of here. Sounds the most plausible to me because previous to the other world wars, there was an increase in sightings, and the same theories had arose then, that they were evacuating. So most likely they're getting out of our way before we destroy each other and ourselves.
Oh, this guy's crazy. He gets added to the list of conspiracy people. Alright, that's probably enough aliens for